It's here. Hello.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon
and Banshee. Sorry, I was kind of caught up watching the Tigers game, which started at 6:08. At least I got to see them tie it up in the second, so it's 1-1. So, anyway.
How's that go? Shadows of the Night? Or is it Shadows in the Night? I always like Quentin's theme too. Fiber.
Lot of excitement in the Motor City tonight. Mr. O could care less.
Is ready to sing Quentin's theme for Fiber.
Mr. O could care less, but I'm all in.
Hi, Sherry.
All right. Hey, I don't even have my list written, but you know what? I do know. We have a birthday reading tonight.
Hey,
Happy
we certainly
birthday,
do, yes.
Fiber!
Happy birthday.
Mini me and me want to wish you a happy birthday. All right. Thank you so much for Mini Me and this wonderful hat you did such great work on.
Yes, to be young and boy crazy. You must come from an Italian family, maybe? I don't know, or some traditional family, I guess.
Well, I'll tell you, we have a weird situation in Detroit with the sports teams, though. Both these coaches on both
You're
teams,
welcome.
the Lions and the Tigers, they don't play by, I won't say they don't play by the rules, but they don't play by traditional ways. They have these tricky little things they do. And the Tigers coach apparently is very similar to Dan Campbell, the Lions coach, in that regard. We do things differently here in the Motor City.
You're right about one thing.
What?
I don't care. I don't
Well, you
even
could
get it.
agree. We do things differently in the Motor City, don't we?
Yes, and sometimes it works out.
All right.
Hi, Kara.
Okay. Well, anyway, Mr. O can sing a sad song about being a sports widow. Or
Sad songs, they say so much.
And here I thought maybe you were going to sing Happy Birthday to Fiber. You hate that song, though. You can't do it well.
Nobody can, actually.
It's true. It's almost like the national anthem, you know?
I could try to sing
Nobody
it
does that right either.
I could try to sing it like Marilyn Monroe, and then it just is whatever it is.
Except the pros. The pro singers can do
Happy birthday to you. Fiber. Thanks for
Oh my
everything you
God. Help us. Okay. Okay. Let's roll with this birthday reading. But first we do a card for the collective.
Card for the
so hang on,
collective.
Fiber. We'll get to you in just a moment. And it'll be from the Seasons of the Witch
do. Yes. Whoops.
Oracle. I'm switching up between this and the Halloween Oracle.
There we go. Thanks, Violet. I can almost hear it in your voice, except I've never heard your voice.
I pulled the card. I don't know why, but it's so me, isn't it? Well, maybe. I don't know. I'm a little mischievous.
Mischief.
What number was... Oh, wait, never mind. They're alphabetical. I'm good.
Number 25.
Hey,
I think it
numero
says
25. Well, you know, mischief is about being clever and naughty. Samhain isn't just about dark energy, loved ones who have passed, and things that go bump in the night. There is fun, playful aspect to Samhain as well, a bit of naughtiness and a touch of cunning. There is an element of mischief to the night of Samhain. Trick-or-treating isn't just about candy. The trick comes from an ancient Samhain tradition when villagers would disguise themselves in animal skins to scare away the demons, ghouls, and goblins that were free to roam the earth for one night every year, often playing cruel tricks on humans. We humans are clever, though, and have found a way to keep the goblins at bay. Not all tricks are fun, however, at least not not to all involved. Tricks and mischief can be mean-spirited and cruel at times. One must keep a lookout for those who find fun at the expense of others. Yes, it's true. Pulling mischief can mean a need to adopt a smarter approach to your situation. You may need to get creative to get what you want. You may even have to play a trick or two to get the outcome you desire. Be open-minded about how to overcome your challenges, and if possible, approach your situation with a bit of fun. Problems are serious, but that doesn't mean a bit of silliness can't help you see it in a new way. It's true, the humor of a situation, of a difficult situation, if you can find it there. I mean, sometimes it pulls some ideas out of your head on how to manage and handle the crisis better. I would also say this idea of being clever, and maybe to have to do a little trick or two, to get that job, to beat out the competition. But, be careful with the tricks you play, because the trick could ultimately be on you if people catch on.
Very good.
All right. So we have for the collective. Now let's go ahead and do that birthday reading.
All right. The happy birthday gift spread for Fiverr. And I'm going to use the Star Spinner Tarot for that.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're okay, Fiverr. Everything was okay at your place. So, horrible things, though, happening down there in Florida. That was just, creepy. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a tough enough skin for that. I think if I had to face 2 major storms in a row, I'd be booking, but that's just me. I'm a nervous Nelly about these things.
All right, so the birthday gift spread. Were you supposed to shuffle too?
Of course.
Oh, okay. So then
we both shuffle for
shuffle
that.
Then. Of course. A ton of tornadoes.
Yeah, and all those tornado warnings, that was crazy. I saw some of the footage of some of those monster tornadoes. Wow.
What do you want?
Pick 'em up, Mr. O. Hi, Sonny. Sonny wishes you a happy birthday to Fiverr. Don't sit. Don't put your butt on your toys. It's okay.
Okay, so card 1 is the gift that you received last year, Fiverr, that you can use to make the most of this year. It's the reverse 2 of Wands.
Oh, I hope those cards aren't all reversed.
Well, of course, we always hope that, my dear.
The reverse 2 of Wands, but that's the gift from last year for this year.
Right.
So, I like to think of this in the sense of a gift, meaning that maybe some plans or hopes that you had for something to manifest or some goal that you wanted to pursue did not get the green light. Plans kind of fell apart for whatever reasons. And so I get the sense here that it may have diverted you onto another track here for this year. Sometimes, when things don't turn out the way we had hoped or expected, we find an alternate route, or we take a different road altogether. And that's kind of what I'm sensing here.
Well, I was going to use the word path because sometimes when I look at the traditional, Rider-Waite 2 Wands, there sort of is a sense that, there's a path laid out for them to go, but that implies that there's a path that they've already come to that point. And so maybe the gift of last year is realizing that they're time to change the road you're on, as they say. That's my phone, and I may have to take a look at it. Yes, and I know you were going to relate to it that way too, because I remember we talked about that. We did some readings.
Yeah, with publishers. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, Mr. O's been getting all kinds of scam likely calls today on his phone.
Boy, that one was persistent.
But me, I must have mixed my wires up while he's doing that with my doctor, my regular doctor, because after I went in there to get checked for the leg problem I had, I thought he wanted to schedule me for a 2-month follow-up, but when I went to the front desk, they said no, and they scheduled me for appointments 6 months away. And suddenly I got a call yesterday from his office that I had an appointment I missed.
The really bad thing was I had my volume turned all the way down, but these scam calls seem to operate on their own sense of what the volume should be.
So to finish my story, I'm going next week, and I'm glad he's following up because there's something I got to talk to him about with this leg. I'm hoping maybe I can get referred to a vein doctor and have things just looked at.
But right, there's an idea here that, you needed to change the game plan. You learned that last year because things weren't working out the way you thought they would. So card 2 is the gift of the present moment. And it is again reversed. Thank you for cursing us there.
Oh, I didn't. It's your deck.
You said something about, I hope they're not all reversed.
Well, you've already shuffled them, though, so, I mean...
You helped shuffle.
Okay, I did.
Happy birthday, Fiber. It's the reversed Queen of Swords. Hi, Jennifer.
What would a birthday be without bickering? Birthday party reading.
The bickering zone.
Right.
Okay, so it's the gift of the present moment. And the reverse Queen of Swords says you will have to make a choice, and maybe it's related to that you feel you can make, even though you realize maybe will be considered extreme by some, or some won't really want to honor or support you in that. It could be very business related. It could be about something that you mostly identify and see as the course necessary because of your own clarity here and the fact that it affects you personally.
Well, and I don't know if it relates to that card there, but I will say this, that the gift of the present moment is being able to, face making choices and decisions that are right for you. And being able to do it regardless of pressure, regardless of people trying to coerce you to do something differently. You have to make sometimes those hard decisions, as Mr. O said, and regardless of, and it's nothing personal, it's just something you've got to do. And so I think the gift of the present moment, there's some decision coming that will benefit you if you make the tough choice. Not the choice to please everybody, but the choice that's right for you.
Well, and I accept all that. I said part of that,
You did.
and she reaffirmed it. But I think there's another quality here with this too, and that is that it's also like saying making the harsh choice, the choice that really will feel like other people's will feel like, boy, this is hurting, It's not personal, though, from your point of it. It's the choice you do have to make, even if it may seem like it's hurting others. Hey, I'm a Scorpio. I give you license to do this.
Yep, boundary time. Very good. Very good. And what's next?
All right,
Card 3.
card 3. The gift from your connection with others in the next year. Nah, it's not reversed. It is.
Well, that's good.
Oh, wait. It is. I'm sorry. God, what's wrong with me? Don't answer that. I'm sorry, is that the K? That's the king then.
He can't read. It is the K.
It's
so
very
it's
tiny.
the King of Pentacles reversed.
Ah.
Well,
Your connections with
your
others.
connections with others this year might be a little bit difficult in this regard. They want too much from you. So it almost ties into maybe that gift of the present moment in that, you have to set some boundaries here so that people don't take advantage of, you and your skills, your talents, your efforts. Maybe people, you just got getting too much on your plate and you can't focus on your own personal aims and goals if everybody wants you to put theirs first. And you know,
That's
you're
a
very
bad
generous.
moment, isn't it?
What? Yeah, it is.
Kind of a
And you're
bam.
very generous with your time and your energy, but sometimes you just gotta say no.
Yeah, I see the connection between these almost nearly that way too. That it just feels like everybody feels they could possibly manage better than you can things, and they don't understand things from your point of view or the intricacy of that, or the fact that it really isn't their right, that you are that person in charge, whether
So-
they approve or not.
Be mindful not to, you know, I guess with others, spread yourself too thin this year. And
True
hey,
that.
make sure others are doing their roles too. Like, for example, if you're in a voluntary organization and, you know, people are taking advantage and expecting you to do more than your fair share. All right.
Card 4 is the gift that will help you work on, achieve, or move forward on those dreams and goals.
And it's upright, right?
Don't put this pressure on me. It's not. See what you did?
I didn't do this.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
I'm sorry, Fiber, that she did that. It's the reversed High Priestess. This is not so bad.
Well, what is that for? The goals? It will help you work
Right.
on your goals. Well, clearly, I think you just got to connect with your inner wisdom more. That will help you achieve your goals, and trust your gut. You know, when it's telling you it's time to push something forward, when it's time to, don't ignore, you know, the signs, the things that are telling you the time is right. You could miss out on an opportunity for success.
Well, there's also a practical edge here, too, that the idea, for me, I think, is seeing that somehow... I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. I feel it connects to something about what others say too, that maybe others sort of feel they don't see you having that kind of vision, and they feel like maybe they can countermand you on that vision. And I think this is saying, really believe in your vision for yourself. I know that was convoluted.
Yeah. Oh, no. I was trying to figure out. At first I thought, did he say high priest or high priestess? So I just wanted to double check.
Did I say one or the other?
But yeah, I couldn't remember. And I'm like, did I give the right interpretation? But I was sure I felt that, so that it was the high priestess.
I had a root canal today, so I'm not at my 100%, but I'm
That's
actually
no
doing pretty
excuse for the deck. But
You shuffled it too.
I know. But anyway, never mind. I digress. We'll discuss his deck issues later.
My what issues? Oh, wait, you said deck.
No. They just turn out the way they are because that's the way it is. This doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a super challenging year, but you have to face things with, with these reversals in mind and the gift that they can give you. And I think here this is a what do I want to say? Not a wake-up call, but kinda. Just a wake-up call that you need to be really in touch with your inner wisdom in what you're trying to accomplish this year as far as your goals are concerned.
And see, I'm somehow feeling like it's a little bit the opposite, like it's saying to ground yourself in something else, maybe that's more commonsensical, or maybe it's about, the idea that others try to put that on you. I don't know where I'm getting that from,
Well,
because that's
there
not
is
really
that
a
with the
part
High
of that.
Priestess reversed. You could say that. I mean, you could say that if your mind is too, if you're not connecting well with your inner wisdom, then just use your brain, use your head. But I don't know. I'm thinking the other way, but either way is applicable, actually. So go on.
All right, well, let's try 5 then. The gift from your spirit guides or your ancestors, or both. What do they want you to know or keep in mind in the next year? And it's upright. So, meh.
Well, the ancestors love you.
The ancestors love you. It's the Knight of Wands. And the ancestors
Oh.
say that they will stay with you, that they are with you. They're leading the way, or they're kind of, in a protective stance for you.
Oh, they know you are running the show here. That's you.
Really?
And they are here standing with you. They are right at your side. They are your allies in all that you do. Call on them. Feel free to call on them in times of struggle because they stand with you and they're ready to help and assist in whatever you're going for. So I like it. Also, the gift from the ancestors might also be that, when you're trying to do something new, they're ready. They're ready and prepared. They're helping you get prepared for the things that you face, whether it's working on your goals, whether it's facing up to setting boundaries, whatever the case may be.
Right. Your ability to stand forward is because of their gift to you, that they've given you that in some form, whether you recognize it, you channel it, you pull it in, it's part of your DNA too.
And
hi, Benita.
Finally, right, we're on the last card.
The last one, yes.
The gift that the year will ultimately give to you.
What lessons have you learned, or what progress or growth have you achieved? And by the way, I had one of my vampire tarots here. I could have used that for you. Nice. Upright Ace of Wands.
Wow. He comes through. Look at him.
Ace of Wands.
Wow. I think something new is going to develop in this year ahead, Fiber. I don't know what you've got up your sleeves there, but, if you're thinking of, all of this is leading to, maybe this idea here that you set some boundaries, you don't allow others to totally deplete you. Your spirit guides and ancestors stand ready to help you. You try to tap into your inner wisdom a little bit more and recognize when the opportunity is right to strike and start something new. And by year's end, I think you're on your way on a new goal or a new project.
I mean, if this does connect to what you thought with, the first card from a year ago and maybe your choices of moving between publishers and stuff, I think that's a really good sign that not only are you going to settle into that, but probably it's going to be very worthwhile. It really is a good beginning for you. It may lead you to a lot of other stuff.
Well, I like him tying it into that first card, Fiber, because ultimately, remember, I had said that this would be you taking a different route this year, which is why you brought up the publisher and stuff.
And it's the wands, too.
And so,
right.
Maybe some plans had failed, so you went with plan B. And plan B is going to grow into something here. I think, it's really interesting. At the beginning, it shows you taking a new road, and by the end of the year, you're planting the seeds and you have started something new. And it's going to grow for you. It's awesome. I like that. Looks like a good year ahead.
Thanks for the
but
feedback.
I mean, it's not going to be an easy year. You had some reversals, but it's a good year. It's a year of growth, clearly growth potential. So happy birthday to you. And a reminder to everybody in the chat right now. When it's your birthday month, stop in. Tell us when your birthday is. We'll schedule a birthday reading. We do them at the top of our show, and this is what you get. And it's good for the entire year ahead. So, hope you enjoyed that, Fiber. And happy birthday to you.
Alrighty.
All right. So we're on Libra now, I think. Let's see.
Libra.
People have come in.
You're very welcome.
Since I wrote the list. That's Kara, Jennifer,
See you soon.
and Bonita.
Thanks for the comments, too. That was helpful to know that.
Awesome, Fiber. All right. Well, this is the day, right? This is your birthday. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodness. Happy birthday. Thanks for spending some time with us. All right. Libra. I'll get my deck. What's coming towards me, Libra wants to know. I'll use my horror tarot.
Now you eat cake.
I did buy a box brownie mix. I'm getting lazy in my old age, but
we've had about half of it already.
In my defense, I made them yesterday, and well, it's an 8x8 to be fair, but yeah, we did kind of go crazy.
Yeah.
8x8 pan, but it's Jardelli dark chocolate, salted caramel dark chocolate brownies. Let's just say we ate them in Fiber's honor.
Absolutely.
Let's just say that.
Absolutely. Well, I had to do something after a root canal.
Eat a gummy brownie.
I'll show that nasty root canal. You aren't the boss of me. I'm eating chocolate.
All right. Okay, so Libra, what's coming towards you? How about some judgment? How about a makeover? How about a metaphorical makeover, Libra? You know, this is a time to reinvent yourself in some way or in some aspect of your life, or some project or goal that you are working on. Maybe it needs tweaking. Maybe it needs a new approach, a fresh approach, something, out of the box. This, I think, is what judgment is here for. It's giving you a wake-up call that something needs to be shaken up and changed a little bit, transformed to succeed.
I like this idea. Normally we look at it as, kind of a pretty upfront idea about, something going on in either the legal system or in your own system of judgments. But I like this also being the opportunity to have maybe a philosophical view of this in terms of where you really should go, like a meditation on forward movement. So I think the idea is that this does present a challenge for you to wake yourself up to another possibility, a change in direction perhaps.
So why is this important? Oh, it's the world reversed. Because you have to finish something. But maybe you're stuck, or maybe you feel it's not going anywhere right now, when maybe all it needs is a fresh approach. Whether it's a problem you're trying to find a solution for, or a goal that you are working on, you need to finish it, and you need to maybe do it in a different way in order to succeed.
Was there something you were involved in, whether it was maybe, career-wise, education, or just a role you played, that maybe you moved away from it, and it involved the idea of, your decision-making capacities? Maybe this card is saying it's important that you reapproach that idea, that maybe, it was an involvement just with something going on with a student group or with, the neighborhood group or something like that. Or it could be something else altogether. But this is really basically saying that you're not done with this yet to some degree. You can still work on it to improve it.
So where are things headed? Whoa. It's the Five of Swords reversed.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I'm laughing too. Ugh, this is not a good card to end with.
No, it's not, and I'm really trying to figure it out here. I guess where things are headed is that maybe you'd rather walk away from it than do what you need to do to try to transform it. Whether you think it's just going to be too much trouble, or it's not worth your time or effort. or you're internally conflicted about having to do things differently. You're just kind of maybe rebelling against this whole concept, and therefore it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to end well if you're just going to leave it hanging or let it go. In other words, I think the recommendation here is to finish what you've started and take a new approach if necessary. And otherwise, if you do not, it's heading to a bad place.
Well, I almost wonder if I should take back what I originally felt with that first card and wonder that this could possibly be about some sort of legal question you're involved in, or legal situation you're involved in, some sort of judgment or decision, and that it may leave you with a sense that you can't really escape it or you can't really correct it, and that therefore you maybe have to try to move away from what the consequences are.
So where's that Lenormand?
They're right here.
Maybe we could get context. Oh.
Well, the first Lenormand is the mice, and the second one is the snake.
Well, that is definitely, wow. So I don't know what this is here.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to rethink this whole thing. I don't know if it's so much legal, but it could be. I could see why Mr. O says that now that I see the mice and snake here, that there's some sort of entanglements going on that are stressful. But it will be only temporary, whatever it is. And so I want to go back and rethink this. And that's why sometimes I think we need the Lenormand out for these readings. I know we go back and forth on that.
Well, that's because you did 1, 2, 3.
I understand, but I know it could give context, though. So here's the deal. I'm kind of thinking differently now, so I'm going to give you another perspective on this. I sort of feel with Judgment reversed here that there may be somebody who's been hypercritical of you, who's been causing some issues for you, whether this is at work or in your personal life, and it needs to come to an end. It seems as though why this is important is that, don't let this stand. Don't let this stand and not be confronted. You have to finish this. You have to get to the bottom of it or take a stand. And then where it's heading is that, this may feel like a no-win situation for you. This may feel as though even if you win, you're losing in some way here because it's just not a happy situation. You feel like you've been betrayed and it's causing you stress. You feel like maybe somebody who had your back has now been saying critical things about you possibly and, betrayed you in some way. I really think it's almost personal now.
Well, it could only be like, quasi-legal, like it has some possibilities of becoming more legal, but it's not really. It's just at a maybe dissident kind of stage of some sort. But the idea of the snake here maybe does imply that maybe somebody could be trying to make trouble for you, but it may only result in minor problems, and partially this is because maybe you feel like it's not worth it to play the game. It's better to kind of just move on to something else. So I think that's what we have.
I think that's what we have for you. Sorry about that, Libra. I changed gears here, but I kind of felt differently.
New information.
After I saw that mice and snake. Just made me think different.
All right. So now we are on V.
Hi, V.
Ooh, oh my God, that sounds so good. Taunt me like that, Fiber.
Spice cake. Carl made it. Oh, how nice with coffee frosting. Just say coffee and Mr. O is there. All right. So recently I just met a new Aries.
Can you DoorDash that to me, Carl and Fiber?
I just met a new Aries. I know, Mr. O, I love fire signs. I wanted to know what are Tim's feelings towards me so far. He lives in Portland. I live in Phoenix. All right. Wow. Hey, an Aries.
It wasn't Mr. O. It was...
Well, no, I think it was you talking about the fire signs. Although I did too.
Well, it's not Mr. O. It's Mr. O.H. Mr. O.
Would you get your deck, please? And let's go.
I'm going to have to hurt someone.
Now you're thinking of spice cake.
I know, that's all I want is spice cake now. I don't want to do any more cards unless I have spice cake.
We have half a pan of brownies left, Mr. O. But we're not getting any more today. Oh, no. I have my limits.
Only with some things.
Only with some things. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I heard. Oh, like I didn't know that's what you were talking about. So predictable.
Okay, V.
All right.
What are Tim's feelings towards you so far? Okay, so there's the reversed Page of Pentacles. It's called the Page of Rings here.
The reversed Page of Pentacles. Okay.
The upright Five of Pentacles.
What?
What? And the reversed Ace of Cups.
Wow.
Let's see those Lenormand.
Well, sure.
The Haunted House. And the Deadly Flowers. So that's really the house and the flowers.
Well, this isn't the happiest read here, but
Hi, Shreya.
there may be reasons for this. Maybe, I'm not exactly sure what I want to say about the Page of Pentacles yet, other than the fact that they may appear rather slow or maybe hard to read their emotions right now. They may not be totally displaying what they feel. And I think what they are feeling here is that maybe they're just trying to figure out if this relationship would be really right for them, if you're really right for them. That's the Five of Coins, right? Mm-hmm. And I think here also it might be this idea, well, we live a little bit at a distance from each other, so how is this going to work out? How are we going to fit into each other? And then that Ace of Cups, it may be that they're just, they're not sure they can make this work out, whether they'd want to or not. I think here, when I look at the Lenormand there, and that's why I wanted to finish this, because I see a ray of hope here. I think the more you communicate with them, the more comfortable they may feel with trying to make this work. I think that there needs to be some long-term work on establishing sort of a comfortability with each other. So don't jump the gun thinking one way or another too soon. Give this a little bit of time to gel.
I think there's some dawning prospects here.
There
but
is.
Like Banshee, I think that if you have more of a perspective of working on it a little bit over time, I mean, obviously some things you have to, not let someone else get their edge in first. But I feel that way. And I think when I look at the Prince of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles reversed, I'm wondering if this is where you try to figure out what interest you have beyond each other, possibly, that you have in common. Things that you may be interested in together. I think that's a clue there that maybe you need to catch on to each other's things or the same things if you can. But I do feel that there are some disadvantages, and one is that he may feel harder about being connected to you, that Five of Coins there, because of the distance factor. So I do feel that's possible, and that he does wonder if, there is a chance in the new relationship, the beginning of that. But once again, going like Banshee, I think that flowers is a gift.
That's the lilies.
The lilies, okay. So it is really about the prospects of trying to work this, that it has to work. over time, and not like, once a month you talk to them. No, you might have to talk to them more often than that, because a lot can happen in between that. So you have to try to be a growing flower in their home life, so to speak, or in what they consider brings them comfort in their life.
So keep at it. I wouldn't
Keep at
rule
it.
it out. I just think that they have questions right now. Maybe they're just worried about getting too involved, because it is at a distance. I don't know. I mean, that's a possibility to me. So stick with it for a while. I think this is what this is saying, and see how comfortable you feel with this person. The first impressions, maybe even with this Aries, wasn't enough yet to establish a comfortable feeling. So
Living at a distance is always going to be a part of the equation for figuring out how to become more of a relationship with somebody.
well, it's not. I mean, we're so old school here. I know that there's a lot of distance relationships that work out fine. So it's just a matter of maybe it just needs a little bit more time for for this Aries to wrap their heads around this, right?
Sure.
I don't know. Anyway,
Alrighty. So we are now on Ari the Aries.
all right. Hey, Ari. Let's see. What would happen if I approached that guy at the mall? Well, you think you'll see him again? Does he work there?
Well, this is a what if question. What if she had approached him?
Okay, what if she had approached him? Okay.
That's what she asked.
It's a what if.
Oh, look at that.
Let's use this deck. Okay.
Thanks a lot for that. Nothing, honey.
Okay. We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. The Four of Swords is upright. And Mr. O will get that Lenormand. And the Page of Swords is reversed. I'm not. Well, maybe it's best you didn't approach them. Those are two swords, right? Page of Swords. Pentacles. Okay. There are two swords, though, right?
King of Pentacles, Four of Swords.
Yep.
And Page of Swords.
Okay. Yeah, I was sorry about that, but I was wrong. Okay.
Our snaky friend is back. And so's the coffin. But the coffin influences the snake.
That's interesting.
So that's interesting. That's the way that works. So what would have happened if you had approached that guy? Okay.
Well, I think they would have been slow to respond. I think, with that Knight of Pentacles reversed there. Or is it the Knight? Yes, the Knight.
It's the king.
Oh.
But you had the Four Swords, too.
No, it's not. It's the Knight. It says Knight.
Well, I guess I can't read upside down. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. The
No,
Knight of
it's not
Pentacles.
okay.
I think here he's slow to respond, and you might have found him to not be, I don't know, very interested. He seems like he might be, he might have been checking you out, but he may not have been as interested as you would have liked, I think.
Well, I'm wondering if it was actually more about confidence, too. The Page of Swords may come across as clumsy or awkward, so maybe they weren't totally able to engage with that for some reason. It just seemed like there was indeed maybe a reluctance on their part. They might have been the kind of person that just wants to take their time looking at things and assessing before making a move. I don't know if that person really existed.
100%. I see inertia here.
Yeah.
Because with the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, which is this stepping back and replenishing energy, etc., one can look at that card as just saying there's no impetus to move forward on anything right now, because either they just feel depleted, drained, or disinterested. And I think here with the Page of Swords reversed, I don't know, I'm kind of looking at the Page of Swords as falling in line with the Snake here, in that he may have been more trouble than he'd be worth. He may be somebody who's deceptive and not really worthy of you. And so you're not approaching, or, you're not getting involved with this person, might put an end, you just put an end to anything bad happening there, So it might have been a good thing overall. I don't see any really red flags here until I saw the Snake, and then I combined it with the Page of Swords, which sometimes I look at as somebody who could be kind of an imposter. Somebody who knows how to talk a talk, but they're just talk. They're not what they claim they are.
Right. I can't add anything to that. I think your own observations are pretty good here, and I just feel that sometimes first impressions are not the right impressions, and it's possible that people are thinking they get the wrong idea because they see you with your mom, whether they know that's your mom or not.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
But it could be more than that. It could just be the nature of how people flirt or how people respond to flirting too.
That is exactly the way to look at it, Ari. Oftentimes we are diverted by spirit, the universe, whatever, because it's not meant for us for whatever reasons.
Good points.
And so, it may not be necessarily that they would be dangerous or bad for you per se, but maybe their destiny lied elsewhere too. And so does yours. So sometimes we're diverted for really good reasons. It's just not meant to be, and there's no use crying over it, because there's something else out there that is meant for you. So...
Well, I hate to throw my own gender under the bus, but men of a certain age, closer to your age, they probably are not into committed relationships all the time. You said that yourself in a way. That's mine, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I know we used them. Sorry. That's right. Well, at least I got it out of the way. I won't use it again tonight. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Oh, be patient. Be patient. It'll happen. And Sherry is up. Hi, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry.
After Ari comes Sherry.
General for the rest of October.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be my deck. And I'm going to use the Karma Tarot. Karma Music Tarot. I haven't had it here in a while. Well, that's one way to look at it, but maybe that's not the right way to look at it for you.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they are meant for other girls, but that doesn't mean there isn't some hot guy meant for you out there that you haven't met yet. So don't get too discouraged by that. The universe has its reasons for directing us, and It's kind of like, look, I would have loved to have worked 2 or 3 more years on my job. But guess what? That month that I got retired, I was diagnosed with cancer. So in a sense, I was being diverted, Ari, from something that I love to do for a very good reason. So I could do other things in my life and pursue other goals and dreams like this one. And, the universe does things for a reason sometimes.
You're welcome. Okay, so Sherry, general for the rest of October. And our first card is the reverse Knight of Cups. This is followed by the upright Ten of Wands. And then the reversed Knight of Wands. So it's rather interesting because you have 2 knights, both reversed, but they're framing a card in the middle. I almost wonder if the card in the middle is the most important card here. The knights just sort of being energies or movements towards or from, aspects here.
So it's just about how the rest of October is going to go, right?
Right.
Well, look at that. That's nice to have.
And it seemed to me you lived your life.
It's the sun. And
in the fountains of the universe.
Garden.
Well, it says fountain. But yes, okay, so it's the garden and the sun.
Okay, well, now let's go to the bad news first. I think October is going to be, the rest of October is a month of some burdens, some stress, some extra maybe effort or work needed in some area of your life or in your work life. You're feeling burdened and kind of stressed, Sherry. And I feel that your emotions are going to be fluctuating a lot here. And just be careful that you don't try too hard, to accomplish everything that you need to this month. Because if you move too fast or you just take this attitude of, I've got to get through this without really putting your mind and your heart into it, you could screw up. You could screw things up. But I feel here overall that maybe if you can get others' advice or help in some area, it may prove successful to you. I have a feeling through the efforts or advice of others, things are going to turn out okay. Or just through others being around you, things are going to turn out okay.
I like what she says there. I like those final Lenormands because those are probably the best takeaway here. But I don't think the rest of the month is horrible. It just sort of seems like maybe some things come up that represent an idea of an obligation or a burden. And partially I sort of feel like maybe you have decided or you will be deciding or it happens that you may be parting ways with a friendship of some sort. It could be a very strong personal friendship or maybe just something that does have meaning for you. But I feel like you may be parting from that. You may be choosing to part from that. Maybe, and that's maybe one of the reasons why I sense an obligation here. There just may be a feeling like you can't really do what's needed there. Maybe there's a special demand there, and without being able to accomplish it, I don't know if that makes sense or not, but you just sort of feel you can't be involved in that anymore. And likewise with the other knight, the Knight of Wands, and this one maybe seems to me more of a practical consideration that there's something you'd like to do in terms of a job or another kind of focus, a vocation of some sort, but you don't see yourself doing that. You sort of see things keeping you from doing that. And maybe that's what the obligations are. They're keeping you from something to do with a relationship, disporting it, whatever, and or something to do with, other ambitions.
Well, I would say this too, Sherry, that maybe I'm going to give you some other food for thought here, that maybe some of the burdens that you are carrying right now are emotional in nature. You know, they're
Okay.
making you either
Good point.
feel sad or it's because of some emotional stress. Like he talked about maybe parting with a friend, whatever the case may be, or just feeling lonely or emotionally stressed. There's some situation that's making you feel emotional. It's not going to help you move forward with things this month, but I do think maybe too, this is a call for if you're feeling down in the dumps, this is a time for you to get out with people more. Get out with people more and you'll start to feel better. The sun is not only just about success, it's about joy and happiness too, feeling happy. And so maybe doing a little bit of socializing or getting together with people, that you really bond with might be helpful.
And if that doesn't necessarily apply, go to places where you can possibly interact with people non-committally.
Yeah.
Library book clubs or things
Yeah.
like that where you don't
Events.
necessarily, events where you can maybe listen and just interact on your own terms.
Fall harvest festivals are going on and different things. So whatever the case may be, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All right. Take care, Sherry.
I believe we're on Kara.
Hey,
What
Kara.
does Odin have for me today? An Odin blog? Is that what it is? Blog online?
No, you don't remember from our friends?
No.
It's called a blot. It may not be pronounced that way, but that's how it's spelled.
Oh!
You don't remember that?
No, I forgot.
A certain couple of friends of ours were always talking about going to those.
Okay. Zoom for... Okay, well...
You don't remember.
Hey, you're very
You're
welcome,
welcome.
Sherry. Okay, well, let's see. Use that one. Oh, is it your tarot? No, you've got
No,
mine.
it's my
Got it. Got it. Because I saw my Lenormand here, too, and I'm like, oh, oops.
By the way, once again, I'm doing the timestamps thing for all of the emotional exchanges. Find out who's coming towards you. Also, the action required. That's
Mr. O
tomorrow
was
morning.
hard at work on that today while I laid down to nap.
Yeah, but I got it done.
Do you want to tell them how I napped like the dead today? That's
Yes.
so rare for me.
Well, we were both taking a little nap, and all of a sudden, one of those cats always wakes me up. So I went downstairs and I piddled around for a while with producing the show, and then I said,
And you know what? I know I was awake when you left, but then I nodded right
yeah,
back
you
out
were a little
again.
awake and you nodded back out. I could not wake her up for nothing. I called her several times, touched her hair, stroked her ear.
I did
said
not
her
feel
name,
anything. And
tugged
he
on
can,
her toes.
and it's the way he said it to me, and it reminded me to myself, I'm like, but this is a regular thing with you. I could be, I could probably put a pillowcase over his head and strangle him, and he would not know.
You're telling a lie because when you call for me, you're at the top of the stairs.
No, I've come down. I've touched your hand. I've talked to you. You are out like a light. Just other tidbits of info about us. Suddenly I don't know, I slept like the dead today. Go figure. I didn't have
You
a
had a
great night
workout
of
this
sleep
morning.
last night.
You had a workout this morning.
Yeah, and I worked out this morning. It was a pretty good chair yoga workout. She's moving us. I think she's moving us to a different level now. All right.
What does Odin have for you?
Nothing but fears. It's the Nine of Swords.
It's one of those trolls from, underneath the tree or whatever they
So,
are.
what does Odin have for you, Kara? He wants you to start being more grounded and not being afraid to move forward on something, whether it is this blot or it's something else. He wants you to not doubt yourself so much and not worry about things before they happen. You know, sometimes we do that. We lose sleep at night over things that, and so he just says here, get control over your fears. A lot of them may be ungrounded or unfounded, I want to say.
I don't remember the exact nature of the blot. If there are, there's a lot of mead and oaths being made, and I don't know if it's very free form that people can go around and talk and make toast and things like that, or if there is a specific order or nature or theme of the blot. But people go around maybe making these toasts and things like that. And so this is an opportunity for you to maybe talk about, when you go to this blot, what are those anxieties or what are those pressures or fears you feel. I think that can happen.
So why is this important? Oh my gosh.
I see.
The Four of Cups reversed. Because there's an opportunity that you should be pursuing. But you might miss out on it if you allow your fears to get the better of you.
I would say this is probably a good indication that this is an opportunity for you, and that you should probably not be over anxious about, that, hey, we're only new once,
Well, we haven't gotten
totally
to the last card yet, and it is reversed. So where are things headed?
If Walter's there, no. I had to think about it and remember his name.
Why did he bring that relic up?
I don't know. Knight of Cups reversed. No, of course he's not going to be there. But hey, let's show the Lenormand real quick. And one is you, woman. Uh-oh, maybe it is Walter. I don't know. It's the heart. No, it's not Walter, but maybe there is something there. Maybe there's...
Well, I think this is saying follow your passion. It's like your passion, follow it. If, you're so into the Norse stuff, that why not follow this and go for this opportunity? I think maybe where things are headed is maybe once you do it, you're going to have mixed emotions about it, with that Knight of Cups reversed there. I just feel like maybe you're not sure if you want to be a part of that or not. But what does it hurt to check it out? Sometimes opportunities only come your way once. That card often says. And so it might be good to just check it out. And then, determine on how you feel about it. Follow your passion. Does it lead you there, or does it take you somewhere else?
Hi, Divine.
Odin, above everything, I think, wants you to do that. And he wants you to not base your decisions on whether you're going to do or not do something based on your fears or worries. He wants you to pursue things. He wants you to go after the gold, so to speak, And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But you won't know unless you try.
I think Odin mostly wants you to take the journey, that it's about the journey more than the goal, that maybe having the experience is what they really have for you, whether you decide, this is something you'll continue doing, or if you'll look for similar or other kinds of things. I think they just want you to enjoy that experience in a passionate way.
Well, and it is okay to be a lone wolf, but if you really have a passion for it, why not check it out? Why not check it out? You can always say, I've decided this is not for me afterwards. So good luck with that. All right.
Jennifer, what is the most important thing my ancestors want me to know right now? Well, that sounds like you're reading too, doesn't it?
Yeah. It does.
Okay.
So your deck.
So, yes.
My reading.
I'm going to use my Crow's Magic Tarot.
And this is the time to tap into ancestral energies. Absolutely.
It is. And
I'm
Divine
gonna be
Universe
doing
has
that.
joined us. Hello there. Love and hugs to you.
Oh yeah, hi Divine. Sorry, I heard him mention you.
Hello, Jennifer.
I keep swaying here because we've been doing a lot of swaying. It's part of the chair yoga dance that I've been doing today. And so I've kind of been doing this all day today. Oh my goodness.
Good luck, Cara.
It's only been part of what we do, but...
All right, so Jennifer, you asked the question, what is the most important thing your ancestors want you to know right now? And it's the Seven of Wands, but it's reversed. And the ancestors say they want you to know when it is that you should, try to stand up for yourself or stand up for a particular thing, or when you maybe need to be more cautious, more wary, or, seek protecting yourself and not being as noticeable. So this is the quality of either being noticed or not being noticed, perhaps in a sense of your beliefs or things you would protect.
Well, the Seven of Wands reversed, I think the ancestors want you to know that, when you feel down, when you feel you are struggling and that you are at a disadvantage in something, they're there to pick you up. They're there to have your back. And they want you, they're hoping that you will stand up for yourself. If you feel you've been treated unjustly, or let's just say you're having difficulties in a certain area of your life, they want you to stand up and work to right things again, to get on top of things again. And you can call upon their energies to guide you and to give you that strength and encouragement that you need to overcome whatever obstacles are standing in your way.
Wow, that was quite good.
Well, why is that important?
Why is that important, Jennifer? It's the Page of Cups, upright. Because they want you to realize that there's... Thank you, Sonny. Nothing dropped. They want you to realize that this is about how you develop your mystical views of life and philosophies, and that these would actually engage the furtherance of that understanding what that is they want you to know and incorporate it into your life will make you this person. I often see that Page of Cups as my personal card in a way, a mystic searcher or seeker, somebody who quests for the truth. And of course, the truth is very subjective at times.
Well, I think he hit what I was going to say with one word, mystical seeker.
Hi, Christabel.
And so why... Oh, why, Christabel? So why is this important, Jennifer? Because they want you to connect with them. They want you to particularly connect with them when you feel you need them. When you feel like you are struggling to regain control or regain a higher ground in your life. They're there for you and they want you to make that connection. And I feel here, yes, I feel the Page of Cups has a very intuitive and mystical quality about them. And so I think of the inner realms a lot of times, and also the veil when I think of the Page of Cups too. And I think also maybe there's another statement here. They want you to feel joy in your life again, and they want you to be happy. There's a happiness with this card, and they want to help you, achieve a new beginning, out of, things you've been struggling with, to achieve a better place. I don't know.
I think that's interesting,
I think I stammered
Jennifer,
there.
Being a Sagittarian. I think that a lot of times Sagittarians are very much proponents of that kind of mystical, philosophical, self-exploration, travel, improvement of themselves. And so maybe it's easy to sort of take that for granted within oneself when you possibly need, to listen to other wisdom, whether it comes from another part of yourself or a higher self or someone else too. So I like that. That's pretty interesting. All
So
right.
where are things heading?
Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Reversed 4 of coins.
Okay.
It talks about giving. It talks about giving of yourself, perhaps, or about maybe a flow that works in both ways, but mostly, what it is you can give, what it is that you give that maybe has value. So it is talking about your own roles as a teacher or a healer or as somebody who facilitates for other spiritual dimensions.
Well, the Four of Pentacles has a few different interpretations here. I think that besides giving, it's about release. And they want you to release any feelings of you can't overcome your obstacles. Release any feelings that you need to hold. How do I want to say this? That you need to hold on to. That you need to hold on to dear life sometimes in some situations. They want you to also know that when you are struggling, sometimes it is okay to let something go, to just let it go and release it. And I think here that they would be there to aid you with that as well. So whether you're willing to stand up and stand tall for yourself, or you're willing to say, I've had enough of this struggle, I need to let it go and move on, they're going to help you sort it out if you connect with them. That's what I kind of think here. I'm looking at this. This card is kind of crucial here to me in a way.
And I like the image of the tree on the 4 of Cups because I think, of course, it talks about, and there's a crow on the tree too, of course, Crow's Magic Tarot, but I think it talks about growth too that can happen for you because of all of this. The idea of what you release or what you can give is growthful. It helps you grow, even though the paradox is that you are freely giving it away or you are releasing it from yourself too.
So while the veil is thin this season, looking at these cards, I think I have a mission for you, Jennifer, and it starts there.
Old letter. Dark heart.
And the heart. You know what? If there are particular ancestors that you usually call upon, and even if they're not, if it's more generic, I think you ought to write to them. I think you ought to write a note to them, a letter, especially if there is something you're struggling with right now and you would like their assistance on. It doesn't have to be very long, and also you should do it from the heart and let them know how much you care for them, how much you love them, how much you want to represent them well. And then take that letter, fold it up into a little bit and burn it. Burn it and cast those ashes to the wind and let that release that energy. Maybe that's part of this release here in a way too. And so that they will receive it and see if you get any messages. See if they connect with you after you do that. It's an interesting, sympathetic kind of prayer or spell, if you'd rather, that you can do to connect with your ancestral spirits.
It can be thought of as an affirmation.
Yeah. What do you think?
I like it.
All right. So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
All righty.
I love trees, Jennifer. I love trees. There's so many stories I could tell about trees.
I thought it was important to mention the tree in that image. Thank you.
I draw great strength from trees. Yeah.
All right then, and we are.
And that includes my family tree.
Ha ha ha.
All right.
Who's up?
That would be Bonita, I think.
I think that sounds right. Everyone loves trees. It's Benita, right? Did we have a question now?
Yeah, did we
You're
get
welcome.
Yeah, we did earlier. I think she did leave one.
She's probably getting it to us, or I don't see it. Hi, Bonita.
Hey, Violet, did we get a question from Bonita? Do you see anything developing between D and I?
All right, I got it too.
Thank you, Violet.
Thank you. It's
Your deck?
okay.
Or mine?
It's your deck.
Oopsie. Doing that a lot today. You would think I had the root canal. Hey, maybe it's the geomagnetic storm. Supposed to be a pretty bad one, and now they say it could even be worse tomorrow. So I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully our devices will not be affected. Oh, that's okay, Violet. It's all right. I managed to find it, and then you came through, so. Okay. So what's the thing between D and I? Do you see anything developing between D and I? Well, we got the Ten of Cups reversed. I'm not happy to see that. Or this for that matter. Why are they all reversed? I'm disappointed now. Knight of Wands reversed. And the King of Pentacles reversed.
I'm going to throw mine
I
out.
want to see your Lenormand for sure.
Mine are possibly better. There's the mountain, but there's clover.
Oh.
And so, of course, luck helps with obstacles.
Well, good grief. Well, there's definitely some obstacles to overcome here. Do I see anything developing between D and I? D and you, I feel here that they may be very stubborn or very slow in their approach or reckless in how they approach things. Maybe there's just some things that they say or do that might rub you the wrong way. And I feel here that, there's some unhappiness here. It's as if you can't seem to pull it together to find happiness with one another. However, that being said, the clover's here in the mountains, so it leads me to believe that if you both are willing to work on being together, you can work out your differences. The clover is the card of luck and the mountains. And so I feel here, that there is some hope here that you can overcome your obstacles, but it's going to take some work. It's going to take some getting used to each other. So something could possibly develop, but I'm going to say it's not necessarily going to be easy. You might end up getting turned off by having some arguments or disagreements about some key things, but it's not overcomable. That's not a word. Unovercomable. You could overcome them possibly, but it could be that you just have to try harder.
Well, it is an interesting set of cards here, and I almost wonder if maybe what is or is not developing is that maybe D does have a real different idea about what they think is developing, and maybe they don't see it as any particular kind of relationship that's the same way you see it. So, of course, that leaves me open to saying, like, maybe you are thinking that it was more romantic, or maybe you wondered if they thought it was more romantic, with either of you not feeling the same way when the other possibly did. So having said that, what it looks like is that maybe they may not feel the sense of a universal love, even, the idea of just liking somebody because they exist and they're known to them. They may just be sort of not emotionally easy to discern. Like, they maybe sort of keep some things inside a little bit, is what I'm thinking. They don't seem to be emotionally approachable or accessible in a more pleasant or amiable manner. Cold could be the word. And that's the Knight of Wands there reversed. And the Knight of Wands does seem to be like maybe somebody that lacks charisma, or doesn't feel like they want to be more out there in the limelight. They may not feel confident. Maybe they have a different sense of how they relate to their goals too. Then you have the King of Pentacles, which maybe suggests somebody who doesn't have a sense of how things flow, the sense of order. Like, maybe I'm not saying they're a disorderly or disorganized person, but maybe when it comes to relationships, they don't necessarily have a way that they see steps moving towards a relationship. It may just be sort of a free fall for them.
I can't help but wonder here too if D isn't coming from a broken relationship, something that was very difficult that they're struggling through. I can't rule that out with what I see here too. And that maybe they may try to come on too strong here. I think it's going to be maybe a twist of fate or a twist of luck that might help you overcome some of the obstacles in getting this, something to develop here. But it seems like it's a little bit of an uphill battle, I'm just going to say. It, Benita. Sorry I don't have better news.
And I feel that way, though, that what pulls out in the end, Benita, is that maybe this is just mostly going to be luck moving you through that maybe this person could be more accessible, as I said, or maybe feel more confident about themselves. But I feel that is a longer range plan, and I feel that maybe there's just nothing happening right now at this time.
Silly Sonny. That's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that. Thank you.
Okay, so now
Those
we
are
are on
yours.
Shreya. Sorry.
It's all right. Hi, Shreya.
And that's going to be my deck.
And I saw Shreya's question.
It's right there. I want to know my crush intentions towards me. Is he looking for something? You're welcome,
I don't know
Benita.
why I was way up on my chat. Don't know how that
Yes,
happened.
who would know?
My crush intentions towards me. Is he looking for something serious? Okay.
Well, besides your birthday reading, we can still do a reading that you suggested above, too. The overall idea of what your stay was like.
What? Birthday reading? What?
On November 6th. It's in the chat. You're not able to keep up with it. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, we're getting ahead there, but that's good to know. We'll try to keep that in mind. I know Violet will.
Which is a Thursday. It's the week after Halloween.
It's a Thursday,
which is
yeah.
a Thursday.
Oh, do we have something to announce which we should have announced at the beginning of the... Wait, we can have happy hour next week, can't we?
It's the end of the month that we can't.
Okay.
The last Saturday, the 27th.
Because next week is the house, right?
That's this week. And that's in the evening.
That's this
It's
week.
the 12th.
Okay.
Or the 13th.
That's this week.
Well, today's Thursday. It's the 12th. God, you need a secretary.
I know I missed my doctor's appointment and now I'm going to miss a tarot party? No.
Well, I know what you don't miss. Yes, I know you would, Violet. Thank you. All right. Cool. And you're welcome, Benita. And we were on Shreya. Your crush intentions towards you. Is he looking for something serious? So, of course, I'm going to pull 3 cards rather than do it as a yes or no. And our first card is the reversed 6 of Swords. Next card is the reversed 3 of Pentacles. Final card is the reversed Ace of Cups. And I'm getting some mixed feelings here because it starts off kind of okay. The 6 of Swords says maybe they're sticking around. Maybe they're not moving somewhere else. I could interpret it that way.
Well, I could also interpret it another way based on the way those cards are going. I'm not sure. He feels stuck right now. They feel stuck, and not willing to move one way or another on this, perhaps, right now at this time. And that's the 3 of Swords there.
Mm-hmm.
They may be in the process of healing from something.
No, it's the 3 of Pentacles.
Oh, 3 of Pentacles. Okay.
Sorry.
So maybe they're just not interested in working on something more long-term or serious right now. That's what I want to say there, since it's the 3 of Pentacles reversed. And then
Ace of Cups.
the Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah. It's almost as if they're not ready. They're not ready to totally open their heart yet. And so that's sort of what I'm sensing.
With the 3 of Pentacles reversed, it just feel like maybe they just don't understand. They don't have a plan. They're not really following any particular idea. It is sort of a sense of a free fall. And maybe, so backtracking, looking at the 6 of Swords reversed, that may suggest a free fall too. And even when you look at the Ace of Cups reversed, the idea that, you sort of feel like you're not moving it forward, once again, it's maybe stuck or in a sense of a free fall. So the answer to the question seems to be they're not really serious, but it's not necessarily for a bad reason. They maybe have questions or don't understand things themselves. They may be having a hard time understanding some of this feeling in themselves. That could be the Ace of Cups, but it could also be the 6 of Swords in the sense that maybe they feel more secure if they don't move on to a relationship at this time, or a serious relationship. Maybe they want it more casual.
Well, I think here that they, it's a little bit ambiguous, which is why maybe a yes, no might be called for here.
We can do it.
But I just want to say that they just aren't ready to make this move yet. And it might be that they're stuck in old patterns and things that they can't release at this time. And they're just not willing to make a commitment right now and open their heart. And I got here, hold on.
The birds, who are also the bats. The headless horseman, who is also the rider.
I think they might be moving towards communicating more with you at any rate, and maybe trying to sort things out, maybe trying to finally come out with their feelings. I don't know whether this means they'll be moving in your direction or not, or that they'll want to say, I'm not ready for something yet. But I think that there is some indication here that some movement's going to occur and they're going to start communicating with you more. So maybe you'll be able to figure it out. But
I think
find
that's
out.
what it could be too, is that although it may not be exactly the kind of communication you want, I think they have been feeling stuckish or uncertain of themselves. And even though I see the Ace of Cups reversed there, it doesn't necessarily mean that they don't have a feeling towards us, but maybe they just sort of feel it's complicated for them. But I do think that maybe they are moving towards being able to talk to you about this, and maybe in the doing of that, something may kind of figure itself out.
So I don't know. Do you want to do a yes, no?
Let's
or do you
do
want to
a
leave it?
real quick one. So basically, we're asking, is the crush ultimately going to be serious in terms of your relationship?
Yeah, see, it's kind of like it's hanging for me. Will it be serious or not? Let's see what it says. Let's just get a beat on it. But remember that this, like I said, considering those last two cards there, I would keep communicating with them and seeing if, you can tell this is moving to something more serious or not. But let's see what the cards say. And I can keep snuggling with Sunny here. You know what, Mr. O, I think we can close the list now. So everybody on the list will get a reading, but then the list is closed now.
That's awfully big of you, since it's only Divine and
And
Violet. And boy, Violet, you sure jumped on that quick, didn't
Christabel,
you?
did you forget Christabel?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, who are we on now? Who are we on now, dear?
We're on Divine.
Are we?
Yeah,
Okay, so Christabel came after Divine.
I believe so, but
All right,
maybe I'm
all right,
wrong.
All right, all right.
Oh, I see Violet's list. Yes, we are on Divine.
It still seems to be quick.
We're still working, though, on Shreya, so let's finish it.
I feel your mother. You know what that means.
No. Go
I'll
on.
tell you later. Maybe yes. It's maybe yes. It's leaning towards yes. There are two aces. But here's, as if emphasizing it, the Three of Pentacles reversed. And once again,
He's not ready.
He's not ready, or he doesn't really feel he has a realistic plan of some sort, like maybe he's confused about how he does this thing, I mean, maybe he is that naive in a sense in terms of relationships. But I would say that just goes towards the idea that he's not ready to be more serious.
Keep the communication going for now, and see where it leads, because it's still a bit up in the air, but it's leaning towards it could be possible that this could work out in the long haul. So good luck with that.
I apologize, Christabel and everyone. I just got confused. I forgot you were on the list, and I was misreading what I saw in the chat. Of course, you will be right after Divine.
So Divine Universe is up, and then Christabel, and then Violet Lotus. Sonny, you want my arms? Oh, you.
All right, so now we are on Divine.
Hi, Divine.
Hi, Divine. And
What
you're welcome,
should I
Sherry.
expect from my stay
Have a
in
good
the
night, too.
U.S. leaving on November 6th? Okay. Well, let's use that one. I like getting you out there. All right. These cards are too big.
That's right, you're a Scorpio like me.
But I'm sure you're not a Scorpio troublemaker like he is.
You love me and you know it. You wouldn't have any other troublemaker in your life.
I'm thinking here. Suppose that's...
I hope you're not blowing a brain circuit when you do that.
Almost funny, Mr. O. Almost.
Well, that's like... Oh, never mind.
Well, Divine, we have the King of Swords reversed.
If you say so, Crystal Bell. This is the
Eight of
bickering
Cups
zone.
upright.
Of course we are. It's all in good fun, right? No one gets hurt.
What the heck is this?
I don't know. What?
I don't know. It's an extra card, I think.
Can I see it? Oh. That's Latin or French or something, isn't it? Valdis? Does anyone know Latin
Hold
or French?
on. It's a whole story with this Valdis card, but...
Excuse me.
Oh, okay. And it's reversed, so that's interesting. The basic message from Valdis is to pay attention to your intuition. What is it telling you right now, Divine? What are your expectations? What inside of you is your gut telling you about what you can expect from this experience? I think that's going to be important here. Where is this journey leading you? You know, the Eight of Cups is here. This is a journey of some sort that could take you to a higher place, in some way in your life, whether it's...
Is this like validation?
No, there's a ghost story for this card.
Okay.
It's an extra card, and it's basically about paying attention to your intuition. And it's reversed here. So I wonder here if it's saying that, if you're not paying attention to the signs and things that are going on around you during your stay here, you could miss an important part of this journey. This journey elevates you in some way, or could. It has the potential to do that. Maybe it has the potential to send you in a certain direction in your life. Whether it's coming back here or what you're going to do once you go back to India, it seems like it's going to set a course for you in some way. And the King of Swords here reversed is indicating, be aware that, it may not be clear. I almost feel the King of Swords ties into Valdis here, is that if your head is not thinking clearly, you might be missing the signs and symbols that could make this journey that you are taking to America here a very valuable one for you.
Well, what I really feel too is, of course, that King of Swords says that maybe in all of this, there's a really important decision that you need to be aware of that's coming. And
could be.
When I look at the other cards, well, that's what a King of Swords is. It's about decisions, and it's reversed. So I think it's maybe a possible caution to make sure you understand as much as you need to about that, and that it is, once again, connected to your being here. So I think there's a number of possibilities it could give.
So I totally forgot about the extra card, but I've been leaving my extra cards in these decks, and this one's a very simple one. So
in the Lenormand, we got the tree and the bouquet.
Wow.
And I almost feel like an opportunity for more growth, or for even more better growth, somehow comes out of this journey, or comes out of the meditations you have over this journey.
Yes, it's a growthful, joyful experience, I think, overall that you will have, but also I think you will learn a lot. You will learn, if you pay attention, remember, and uncloud your head and pay attention to the signs and the messages you're getting from being here and what you have to gain. It will lead you on a path of growth, like he said. It will be a growthful journey. I really like this. This is a really nice ending here. This trip to America could wind up being a real gift of growth for you and set you on a different course maybe with your life. Whether it brings you back here or whether, like I said, it affects what you're going to do next once you return back to India. There's some takeaway here for you.
I think it helps you put into context all the recent decisions you've made in this last year or so to move there, to come back to visit, to all of that, and makes you understand them not necessarily as wrong decisions or right decisions, but necessary. I think you will understand the context of what these decisions are, and with that you may have a clearer idea of where you need to put the next energies.
Yeah. Wow, that's what we have for you. Very interesting reading, Divine. Good luck with that.
Good luck. And we will see you again, if not earlier, for your birthday reading.
Yeah.
Thanks, Violet, for taking care of that.
Can I please ask for general reading? Any messages or advice I need to know? That's for Christabel.
All right, so that's going to be my deck. What deck have I not used today? Let's see. Okay, you're welcome, my dear sweetie. You too.
You're very welcome, Divine.
I'm going to use the Vampire's Tarot. It's Halloween, why not? You're welcome, Christabel.
Bring out the vampires. Where's all your spooky decks?
Well, I am using vampire-themed decks for my occasional oracles of the day. So this week I did Toothy Tuesday, and today I did Thirsty Thursday.
And we did promise some giveaways. We have not given up on it. But I think we were a little overly ambitious with what we wanted to do, and it needs to be thought out better.
Easier.
So we're just going to go back to some simple methods of doing giveaways. That will be starting soon.
It's our trick or treat, so it'll probably be closer to Halloween, actually, but we'll see how that goes. All right. A general reading for Christabel. Any message or any advice you need to know. Let's see what this happens to be. Okay, so the first card in your general reading is the upright Ace of Cups. I like this deck. It's a little bit of color here.
So this is message or advice. Should we do my 3?
Okay, well, it's also a general reading too, but
okay,
let's say...
do it. Put them out there.
So the next one is the reversed 4 of Cups.
Oh, I can even read that on my things. That's nice. 4 of Cups reversed.
And then the Ace of Wands. So you have 2 aces. So as a general reading and or advice, it seems pretty positive to some degree. Here's the ball and the chain.
Parade here. I hate to rain on a parade.
The dagger, which is the cross. And of course the cross has a specific meaning. Well, like I said, those aces are good, and even the 4 of Cups reversed is kind of good. It sort of says making a choice, or it sort of says feeling like you understand an answer, feeling like you received some clarification of some sort. But the Ace of Cups is about maybe something beginning that seems to bring a lot of joy to you. It could be about a relationship, but it's more likely just saying something really good seems to be happening. So the message or advice is to say that in this choice that you may have, or this clarification, it seems to point you towards what will bring more happiness in your life. Watch for this choice. But there's also the Ace of Wands, which maybe indicates that this is also about, you know, maybe the 2 are tied together. Something that you really love. It also looks vocational, or looks like networking or growth of some sort. It may be connecting with people that have help for you in terms of career or education or other things.
Well, there's just such a mixed bag with the Lenormand. Sometimes the Lenormand can really throw me for a loop with some of these readings, Christabel, because this really does look pretty positive. I want to focus on that Four of Cups reversed here for a moment and just say that it seems like there's going to be an offer or an opportunity made available to you. And it's something that you could be really passionate about. And it's something that could really inspire you. You could be enthusiastic and you want to get this off the ground or do it. And this could be a relationship. Could it be an offer of marriage or just an offer to go out with someone? I can't rule any of that out here, and that it could lead to something positive. All of this looks so good. I mean, it just looks so good. So I just wonder here, or is it a new job or some new opportunity to work on something that you're really passionate about? Okay, that being said, then I see the cross and the ball and chain here. And the ball and chain is the anchor in the traditional Lenormand with the cross. And the cross is grief and worries and struggles. And I feel here that could this mean that it's possible here you will miss this opportunity because you're stuck in some cycle or process of grieving or feeling like you're struggling right now. And so, there's a potential here you could miss out on something because you're too stuck in something that you're dwelling on that maybe you need to let go of. You need to pull up that anchor. Otherwise, you might miss moving towards something that could be really worth your while.
Hi, Alicia, and I'm not sure if we've closed the list or not. We might have, or we might have room for you.
Me and Violet, do you see what I pinned?
Oh.
Well, Alicia, we'll fit you in, but we've got to be quick here.
Right, because you'll actually be the next one.
Yeah, you'll be the next one. So post your question to Violet, and we'll get you in. But that's it. The list is closed after Mr. O. You need to put your sign out.
All right, I will do that.
Surprised you did not, and you missed that. But let's keep Alicia in the list, because it's good to see you again, Alicia. It's been a while.
Okay, so I only want to talk about the Lenormands then. In context to the tarot, it does feel like maybe it sort of presents a challenge there. The idea is that something is a choice for you, something new to consider, but maybe what has to end is something else in order for that choice to happen. And maybe this really presents a real change that sort of cements you in a way, so that maybe this is a big change.
So you're looking at this as a choice, and I'm looking at this as an offer, an opportunity.
Well, they're both in a way.
I like that, and I wonder here, though, there's something else I want you to consider here, Christabel, is possibly you're getting an offer, you're getting multiple offers or opportunities, and you have to choose. Is it work over pleasure? Is it pleasure over work? That's a possibility too that I can't rule out here. And, you need something right now to break the cycle I feel that you might be in. If you're dwelling on something that's been causing you pain or heartache or grief, it's time to pull up that anchor and let that go and move towards one of these things that are being offered to you, because they could be really good.
All right.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Just throwing that out there, too. That's a possibility. Wow.
All right. So thanks, Violet. And yes, we're going to take you, Alicia. And that's it. The list is closed.
All right, Alicia. So busy. What's next for you with your work? All right. Your work bids. Okay. Let me get these off of here. And I'll get my deck.
You're welcome, Christabel. Good luck.
Hey, good luck with that, Christabel.
That was kind of interesting.
It was definitely interesting.
All right. Don't worry, Violet. Take your time.
So use the dark woods. Okay, Violet.
Are work bids where you bid on projects or things and other
Or she
people?
takes bids from others, she gets bids.
Something like that, one or the other. Trying for a grant. Oh, well, I don't have practical advice other than if at first you don't succeed, keep trying. That sometimes it takes people with a particular organization several attempts to get that grant. I'm in a voluntary org that's trying to get a grant right now.
Two of
Alrighty.
Pentacles is reversed.
The Two of Pentacles reversed.
The Hermit's reversed.
The Hermit is reversed.
Oh, but this is okay. It's the Ten of Wands reversed. I like this.
The Ten of Wands.
It's interesting to me, but go ahead. Let me see what you have. I need to...
The dog. And the fox. And it's almost like, yeah, it's
You
like
have
that,
an
right?
ally out here. But let me just say, it's really interesting to see the Two of Pentacles reversed and the Ten of Wands reversed and this in the middle. I think here, you're gonna have to work it. And I think here that it's going to seem a little bit chaotic and like you're not sure where this is going to be coming from. Because I think you're going to have to reach out and possibly go to a number of places to get the grant you want. Or do various methods of trying to get the grant you want. The Hermit reversed is seeming to indicate to that to me that you need to seek outside support or, if that makes sense to you. And I feel here that the Ten of Wands reversed indicates to me that things may seem a little bit chaotic or out of your control right now, but I have a feeling here that things are going to start easing. That, in other words, the process, or it's going to look like maybe you're going to get there. And it's basically because somebody may have your back on this. Somebody may be supporting this venture or what you want to do.
Some of this reading is almost over my head because it's about kind of things that I don't understand how they normally work. But I like what Banshee said here, and I do feel like maybe with the seeking of the outside help, sort of going to somewhere where you may find that the resources sort of have polarities between them, that some can be really loyal and really helpful, and then some maybe are wanting you to put on the clever hat and you work it out in a certain way. So some of this might be about how different orgs want to see you prove you're worthy of that grant to some degree. And so maybe that is why the Ten of Wands comes in, because you have to look at what you're offering or what you're saying about your situation and try to divest it of all those things that maybe look contrary to it or look like they're a burden to the person who might want to give you a grant. I don't know if that means anything.
That makes sense in a way too. I like that, but I liked what I said. And, I'm looking at the Hermit again, and I'm wondering too, if the Hermit isn't about you going out there and impressing people that you know what you're doing. Because the Hermit is about obtaining wisdom, right? And when the Hermit is upright, he's about that process of obtaining the wisdom and seeking it. When he's reversed, he's sharing it. And so this is it. You have to show that you know what you're doing. You got to have everything together. And I think your burden will ease. This may feel like it's out of your control, but if you show this off right, if you've done your due diligence here, I think it will work out in your favor because somebody is going to like what they're seeing and they're going to be willing to back this.
All right.
So I wish you luck with that. I hope that's true. Good luck. I think it looks good.
All right, Alicia.
Hi, Garima. I'm sorry. Yeah, we can't take you today. But maybe come back on Sunday. We'll be here Sunday.
Right. We are also back this Saturday for our happy hour at 10 a.m.
But we don't take questions on that show.
We don't take questions then. So maybe we can see you again on Sunday.
Now, Sunday in the morning, I do my Material Matters, and we're only live in the chat for that. We don't take questions. It's a video. But at 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be back. All right.
Bye, Alicia, and thank you.
Take care, Alicia. Good to see you again. And glad you made it. And now we are on Violet Lotus. What do you got for us?
Hey, Violet.
All right.
Alrighty. So Violet wanted an oracle card.
Oh.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Yes, we'll see you on Sunday, Garima. I hope to. Don't forget, we start at 2 p.m. our time, and we do tend to be busy that day.
Yeah. So if you see something earlier in the day, that's me with my other show. And you're welcome to watch, but we won't take questions at that show. Well, Sonny, I'm going to use the Halloween Oracle for you, Violet.
I know that's right.
Yeah, sometimes it really does fill up fast. Lately, Sundays have been busy again. I think there's a Lions game late in the day on Sunday, too, so I want to end the show on time. Not sure about that. They might be playing Seattle, and I think it's at 4. All right. Mr. O, I'm going to have you pull one from here.
Oh, okay.
Your fate is in Mr. O's hands, and I just want to double check.
Are you pulling the other one? Is it just top and bottom or just one?
It's just one, I think.
All right, then I'll pull the Lenormand.
Okay.
Ooh. Why, look at that.
You pulled 20.
No, I didn't.
Well, you pulled more than one.
Oh.
Let's see them. And? Well, let's do it. We're going to read them both, Violet. He did it. It's his fault.
I did it. It's my fault.
He has regrets. Do you see that card there, Ghost? It says regrets. And what's the other one?
Cauldron.
And what's the words?
Something in looking. I can't read it at an angle.
Synergy.
Yes, and healing.
And healing, not looking. Okay.
You're asking me to read it at an angle.
Ghost is regret. Like smoke rising from the ashes, a mist from the sea, the dead they are watching, they have come to haunt me. The traditional definition of a ghost is the apparition of the spirit or soul of a formerly living being. Ghosts can be both in human form or animal, and even occasionally inanimate objects such as ghostly ships have been reported. So we know what ghosts are. Ghosts can be both people that we have known, ancestors who visit us, or presences that are bound to a particular place because they have found it difficult to let go even after death. The concept of the haunted house or the cursed place is the basis for many creepy ghost stories. It is said that the spirits that cannot let go of this world have a reason for this. Sometimes it's to warn the living, to guide them, but generally it's because they haven't finished their business here on this plane of living. They have regrets that they wish to resolve. Should this ghost card come gliding into your life during divination, it may indicate that you have some regrets to let go of. Holding grudges or regrets is burdensome work, and it weighs us down eventually. By taking action to free ourselves of those old burdens, we clear the way for more rightful and wise actions for the future. We can begin to live again fully if we let go of what was and step into new possibilities. I don't know why, but when I'm reading this card, and I'm going to read the other card to see if I'm right about this, but I have the distinct feeling, Violet, that this is not really old regrets. That this may be something you regret not doing more recently in your life, or, that you're holding on to. Some regret, some woulda, coulda, shoulda, that's still haunting you, so to speak. I just feel that. And let's see what the cauldron has to say about that. Maybe it will clarify this for me. Synergy and healing, where all things come together. Under pressure, flowful synergy, a new thing is created, a crucible of infinity. And so, a bubbling cauldron, a witch stands over stirring mysterious contents. As she stirs the enormous metal pot over the raw flames, she cackles and incants commands to all the elements, transforming the contents into something magical. So, cauldrons are used in ancient times for everything, from the nightly meal for the making of medicines. So it had lots of healing and nourishing components to it. Should you receive the cauldron card, it indicates the importance of combining a variety of techniques or elements to get the best results. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. Refuse to choose just a single rigid pathway when a variety of ways are there to be enjoyed and experienced. You can find your own ways to create something new. The cauldron is a deeply transformational tool. Things change once they are put under pressure. Resilience is being cultivated over time, and this means that you will be able to withstand any negative pressure much more healthily from the inside out, which is interesting. What do you have?
The bear is our first one, and the sun is the second one. So I think really these are very empowering for you, Violet. These are saying take these lessons and these concepts and continue to grow them and move towards embracing your strongest self.
Are you afraid that maybe you've attached yourself to I'm going back to this card, that you've attached yourself to something, one thing, and you may have some regrets about that. Maybe that's about this. And I think what this card is saying, you don't have to tie yourself to one path, one goal, one objective. You can be open to more. And you can fill that cauldron with disparate things, and amazing things can come out of that. So if there's regrets about letting something go because now you're pursuing something full throttle, I don't know, maybe does this have something to do with the Thoth Tarot? I know you're very tied to this, but it doesn't have to be the only thing that you're tied to right now. And I feel here that this is a very, regardless, this is a very empowering time for you. The sun is shining bright here. There's success and positive empowerment going on here. And so I feel here that whatever ghosts of the past are haunting you, find a way to come to terms with that and add it to your cauldron if needs be. If it's still hanging around, then why can't it be turned into something transformed, into something healthy for you now?
The sun shines everywhere in the world, maybe not all the time, but its sunlight reaches everywhere on the surface, even perhaps penetrating the depths of the cauldron. But the sun shines everywhere on the bear spirit as it exists all over. Bear spirit is possibly the strongest of native spirit animals. And I think this is a good sign that says you have that. You just need to find it in yourself and embrace it.
So I almost feel this thing that's haunting you, even though the card is about regret, it may not be something you regret so much as maybe it's just something haunting you because it doesn't want you to let go of that path or whatever it is. And it wants to be included in what you're doing now. Think about it. Think about a little bit what this could be applying to. And I have a feeling ultimately it could make you stronger. So good luck with that.
Alrighty. And that's our show then.
That's it. We're done. And almost on time, 7 minutes. What 7 minutes? Hey, we did a birthday reading today.
That was pretty
all.
interesting combination, yes.
And happy
once
birthday
again,
to Fiber
happy
once
birthday
again.
to our good friend Fiber.
Fiber Magic.
And
Mini
nice
Me
to see
says
Alicia
happy,
and
happy
others.
birthday. And so does Sunny. So anyway, everybody, I hope you had a good time here today and hope to see you all again real soon. Take care. I'm going to go see if I can figure out if the Tigers won or lost. I'm excited to find out. Take care. Have a great rest of your night, and we will see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye for now.